Now, here's the hard thing about these trips. So often they're so subtle, and the subject matter today is one of the most subtle sins, and at the same time, it is the most pervasive sin. It goes through every other temptation you have. Every sin finds its root way down here. And the sin, the obstacle we want to talk about is pride. Now, here's the first problem with pride. Our culture applauds it. I've got to do what's best for. See, these are enculturated in us since we have grown up. And then one of the greatest compliments you can give anyone when they get a new car, when they get a promotion, what do we say? You know what? You deserve it. And so that really cultivates pride in us as a culture. And there is good pride, but then the pride we're talking about is not good pride. Pride's kind of like, you've heard this before, it's like bad breath. If you're around someone with really bad, I don't just mean eating garlic. I mean something died in there, okay? Everyone knows it but you. Even if you do this, you're nose blind to yourself, and we're most often nose blind to our own pride. And so we need other people to help us. The first vowel in pride gives you a hint. It's I. It's I. God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. James 4:6. Now listen, everybody, this is really important. God will oppose you if you're proud. He will put blockades around you. And part of the reason is this. He doesn't want proud people to thrive, especially Christians, because they'll give the credit to whom? So that's why it says so clearly in Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8 and 9, for by grace are you saved through faith, that not of yourselves, it is a gift of God, not of works, so that no one will boast before God. Is your life more about you than it is about him? Let me ask it another way. Is your life more about you than it is about other people? We are tempted with pride. We are tempted with being the center of attraction, the center of importance. And I'm going to get real transparent here. I can't stand that about me. I can't stand it. I'm here to tell you it's not going to give up. But you have superpowers to keep from being stumbled by pride. And your biggest superpower is the very life of Jesus expressed in his humility. It actually says God, Jesus, though he was totally equal with God, did not consider his position something to cling onto, but he emptied himself of his divine power. And then the scripture says this, he became like a servant, even a slave. Now, one of the benefits of understanding Greek a little bit better than the other person, no comparison needed, although I do, is to understand the most literal Greek is not he emptied himself and became a servant. Instead, he emptied himself and revealed his true nature. He's a servant. Yours is the only God, because there are no other gods. Your living God is the only God who is a servant by nature. And that's why he calls you to be like him. Because when the focus is others, which his focus is, we are along the lines of our created design, which is in the very image of God. Therefore, Colossians 3, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourself with compassion and kindness and humility and gentleness and patience. All those are statements about other people and not ourselves. More than any single way, the grace of humility is worked out in our lives through the discipline, the practices of our life of serving other people.